Warning! Viewer discretion is advised. There is some potentially unsettling content coming up. Be warned. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, unfortunately this usually means that the story is going to be really good. Okay, imagine you had a hard day at work. You're tired and you just want to grab a bite to eat on the way home and settle in for the night. What are you thinking? Are you crazy? You need to stay locked in your crappy apartment and order Uber Eats if you live in New York City. You see, this guy is leaving the restaurant, and without any provocation, a guy hits him in the back of the head. They had not had previous conversations or any interactions at all. This guy just cracks him in the back of the head. I'm sure this is just a random occurrence. Just a part of the flavor of New York, right? Little random violence just to spice things up. No, of course not. This guy is a lifetime criminal. This was a premeditated assault. He put on gloves before the attack and then removed them directly after. So he was convicted for attempted robbery in 1991 and is a registered sex offender who was out on parole after being convicted of, let's just say, non-consensual aggressive physical contact that gets you on a sex offender list with a 17-year-old girl at gunpoint on December 24th, 1994. Merry Christmas to her. He was released from prison in March of 2019. And he is on lifetime parole, so he's a real pillar of society. He was arrested for attempted murder. Well, that kind of makes sense because his victim suffered a skull fracture, a broken cheekbone, and bleeding on the brain. Now, at the time of this writing, he is listed as critical but stable. Well, I guess a coma is some form of stable. Yes, he is in a coma. But this is New York. So even if he was arrested for attempted murder, the judge decided that this misunderstood youth who just made some bad choices should not be punished. Well, he's 55 years old and he tried to kill someone randomly. Judge doesn't care. Judge decides, no, this is only a misdemeanor. And he is free without bail. Seriously, I can't even make this up anymore. So this is getting to the point where I can't understand why anyone is still living in New York City. It actively protects criminals and prevents you from protecting yourself. Do you know it's illegal to carry a gun in New York City? Of course, everyone knows that. Did you also know it's illegal to carry a small knife or pepper spray? You're not allowed to protect yourself under any circumstance. So if you get attacked, the cops will be happy to show up in a little while and draw an outline around your cold, dead corpse. So for the people living in New York City, can you please explain it to me? Why are you there? The taxes are insane. It's violent. Most of the businesses are closed because the lockdowns force so many to go bankrupt. You've got corrupt politicians, corrupt cops. I just don't get it. Are you scared to move? Or are you just waiting for it to get worse before you decide it's too late and then you can't leave?